A Clinical Trials Guide, Volunteer Patients for New Drugs and Treatments. Chapter 1. Clinical Trials/Clinical Research. How they do clinical trials, which is free experimental treatment for subjects. The drug approval process goes as follows. Phase I is a period to determine the safety and dosage of the drug. 20 to 80 people are used as an experimental and control group over a period of a year. Phase II evaluates the effectiveness and severity of side effects. About 100 to 300 patients are used over a 2-year period. Phase III further evaluates the effectiveness and long-term side effects. About 1,000 to 3,000 patients are used over a 3-year period. Find out about clinical trials by asking your doctor if he knows of any local trials accepting patients. Go to nih.gov and centerwatch.com and go to the service organizations for the particular disease you have. In an effort to speed up the drug development and approval process, the FDA has allowed researchers to combine phases 2 and 3 if a new medication could possibly be used to fight a life-threatening condition. The conventional mode of clinical trials has been double-blind, placebo-controlled studies, but the model of community-based research is starting to replace this, where physicians around the country simultaneously compare notes on the use of a new drug on many patients at various stages of a disease. The drug approval process may take anywhere from 5 to 10 years. Once approved, the new drug takes its place among licensed therapies and it is then marketed to doctors and others in the industry. Books about clinical trials are at #610.72, #616.994 or R1853 and RC267 at the library. Clinical research organizations/companies that do clinical trials. Drug companies and others subcontract some of their clinical trials to companies that specialize in doing them. CuttingGEinfo.com, How to Run Efficient Clinical Trials. BarnettInternational.com, Course on Practical Application of Good Clinical Practice Regulations and Guidelines. SOCRA.org, the Society of Clinical Research Associates Incorporated. RCRClinical.com, Rochester Clinical Research. CriterIAminc.com. Apoquel.com. LeeClinical.com, Long Island Clinical Research Associates. RoWorld.com. Lambda-Crow.com. MedSource.com, Clinical Trial Management. PHTcorp.com. Centerwatch.com/news-resources/research-centers, profiles of centers conducting clinical research. Free experimental drugs used for drug research. The only way to get an experimental drug is to enter a clinical trial. Do terminally ill patients have the right to access experimental drugs? Medtrial.com, current trials of experimental drugs/procedures. ifpma.org/clinicaltrials.html, clinical trials of new drugs. Biomedcentral.com. business.com/directory/pharmaceuticals_and_biotechnology/experimental_drugs. children's-mercy.org/content/view.aspx?ID =3304, info about clinical trials. chipteam.org/research.html, HIV research. clinicalresearchcenter.com/content/trials.html. Centerwatch.com. copd-international.com/library/clinical_trials.htm, clinical trial information. How are experimental drugs tested in humans? Who pays for clinical research? nih.gov/news/research_matters. nwasma.com/asmainc/patient_info.asp, how are experimental drugs tested in humans? Pharmalot.com. cyrex.com/eng_vol_what_is_clinical_research.aspx. tajfordoctors.co.in/clinicalresearch.htm. Volunteer with premier.com/eng_vol_what_is_clinical_research.aspx. thebody.com/index/treat/expdrugs.html, HIV drugs. USSBACIAlinterestgroups.com/American-Foundation-AIDS-Research-AMFAR. Single Patient Emergency Program. FDA. HF12. Park Lawn Building, number 949. 5600 Fishers Lane. Rock Isle, Maryland 20857. 301-827-4460. FDA.gov. If you're very sick, you might be able to get some of the drugs that are currently being tested for your condition. Some drug companies offer drugs being tested not yet approved by the FDA free to qualified patients. Some of these drug companies are Astra, 800-388-4148. Bristol Myers Squibb, 800-842-8036. Burroughs Wellcome Co., 800-722-9294. Glaxo Research, 800-248-9757. La Roche Research Labs, 800-285-4484. Park Davis, 800-755-0120. Pfizer, 800-742-3029. Pharmacia, 800-795-9759. Schering-Plough, 800-521-7157. US Bioscience, 800-537-9978. SmithKline Beecham, 800-366-8900. Clinical trials are expensive and full of fraud. To do a double-blind randomized study is very expensive to get two groups of patients who don't know what treatment they're getting, the real treatment or placebo, and the scientists do not know what they're giving to each patient. Every trial has an agenda. For the drug companies, it's to pass their drugs and fail all other treatments. There are many stories of holistic clinic trials getting hijacked in one way or another, usually by giving very small doses. There are former employees of the FDA who have said that it's common knowledge for drug companies to fudge test results, and often the FDA turns a blind eye. If a research facility obtains results that do not demonstrate the safety or effectiveness of a drug, it is not uncommon for the drug company to bury the report and continue testing elsewhere until they find a facility that gives them the results they want. Unfavorable reports are simply not published. Clinical investigators learn to give the drug companies what they want so that they can continue to do their research for them, which pays up to $1,000 or more per patient per study. Even if the tests are not fabricated, there is still the effect of subconscious bias. These doctors know that, if they don't produce the results the drug companies are seeking, the likelihood of their receiving future work is greatly diminished. Money speaks just as loudly at college research labs as anywhere else. Many of the experts hired to advise the FDA on the safety and effectiveness of medicine have financial relationships with the pharmaceutical companies that are affected by their advice. These experts are hired to advise the Food and Drug Administration on which medicines should be approved for sale, what the warning labels should say, and how studies of drugs should be designed. They're supposed to be objective and independent. They help a pharmaceutical company develop a medicine, then serving on an FDA advisory committee that decides whether a drug will be approved. Fraud in medical research can be used to push drugs into the market that do not work, squash alternative methods that work. The way it works is that a vast majority of the medical researchers and cancer doctors in the United States accept what they're told without doing any independent research on their own. Why did the December 1959 issue of the American Medical Association Journal publish an editorial stating that there was insufficient evidence to warrant the assumption that cigarette smoking was the principal factor in the increase of lung cancer? Somebody paid somebody off to help them promote tobacco as a harmless recreational activity. Medical researchers can manipulate dosages to either make them too weak to be effective, as when they're trying to discredit a holistic therapy, or make the dosages very high to give horrible temporary results. Another fraudulent thing they do is, if a subject in a study dies, they don't report it. They just bring in another subject and go on as if nothing had happened. Studies done on the effects of surgery and radiation in the treatment of cancer patients compared to people with cancer who did not receive these treatments revealed that they all live equally as long. This means all the hype about these cancer treatments is wrong. Chapter 2. Clinical trials. Try to be part of a study to get new drugs and treatments. One way they dismiss holistic cancer treatment clinical trials. I read that a Dr. Shujiro was using amygdalin/vitamin B17 with promising results at the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, but then when they did clinical trials on it, they said it was worthless. Some people claimed that the research and its findings were manipulated by the FDA. They said they used 1/10 of a decent dose, so it was destined to fail. Cooperative group programs do cancer studies. The cooperative groups design and conduct many studies. cancer.gov/cancer topics/facts/NCI/clinical-trials-cooperative-group, NCI clinical trials. calgb.org, Cancer and Leukemia Group B, CALGB. ecog.dfci.harvard.edu, Eastern Cooperative Oncology Group, ECOG. nsabp.pitt.edu, the National Surgical Adjuvant Breast and Bowel Project, NSAB. ncctg.mayo.edu, North Central Cancer Treatment Group, NCCTG. swog.org, Southwest Oncology Group, SWOG. Canada Clinical Trials. ncic.cancer.ca/NCIC/internet/standard/0,3621,846582430_858173009_lang ID-N-00.html, National Cancer Institute of Canada Clinical Trials Group, NCIC-CTG. Insurance coverage for clinical trials. cancer.org/treatment/treatments and side effects/clinical trials/whatio unadto no abu tcl inical trials/clinical-trials-what-you-need-no-private-insurers-a-c-a asco.org/insurance-coverage-clinical-trial-participants. Support while participating in a clinical trial. cancer.org/treatment/support program services/patient lodging/index, ACS lodging programs for patients and caregivers. cancer.org/treatment/support program services/road-to-recovery, ACS transportation to treatment, road to recovery. familyreach.org, Family Reach. lazarex.org, Lazarex Cancer Foundation. supportergs.cancer.gov, National Cancer Institute Support Services. triagecancer.org/financial, financial support. General information about clinical trials. imsdd.meb.uni-bond.de/cancernet/203900.html, information on clinical trials, CancerNet. Cancer Trials, Cancer Trials, National Cancer Institute USA. com.uci.edu/cancer/cc-trials.htm, Clinical Trials, University of California. graylab.ac.uk/cancerweb/trials.html, Clinical Trials, CancerWeb UK. royalmarsden.org.uk/patientinfo/booklet/clinical trials/index.asp, Clinical Trials, Royal Marsden Hospital, UK, an online patient booklet. ncrn.org.uk, National Cancer Research Network, UK. uc.edu/us/marrow/www/patients/pt-trials.htm, Patient Clinical Trials Information, University of Colorado. cancerbacup.org.uk/info/trials.htm, Understanding Clinical Trials, BACUP, UK, an online booklet. nccf.org/nccf/cancer/cln_trl.htm, What is a clinical trial? National Childhood Cancer Foundation, USA. imsdd.me.uni-bond.de/cancernet/9023.html, Levels of Evidence, Explanation in Therapeutic Studies. imsdd.me.uni-bond.de/cancernet/303901.html, Physicians Information for Clinical Trials, NCI, USA. clincancers.aacrjournals.org, Clinical Cancer Research Monthly. pharminfo.com/conference/clintrial/ct_rsc.html, Clinical Trials Resource Center, PharmInfoNet. dml.georgetown.edu/department/pharmacology/cdds/simulati.html, Clinical Trials Simulation Software, Georgetown University Medical Center, USA. clinmark.com, Clinmark, Online Clinical Research Community. mailbase.ac.uk/list/comp-med-trials, CompMed Trials Email Discussion List. proclips.com, PROC-Lips, Software System for Cancer Data Management, USA. sgc.colorado.edu/people/bradley-r/socra/index.html, Society of Clinical Research Associates, SCRA, USA. Specific Clinical Trials/Clinical Trials Groups. imsdd.me.uni-bond.de/cancernet/600739.html, Studies of Hydrazine Sulfate, National Cancer Institute, USA. ludwig.edu.au/cdct, Center for Developmental Cancer Therapeutics, Melbourne, Australia. ucd.edu.au/su/ctc, Clinical Trials Center, National Health and Medical Research Council, Sydney, Australia. med.jhu.edu/wctb/coms, Collaborative Ocular Melanoma Study, COMS, USA, a multi-center randomized trial by the National Eye Institute. cancerindex.org/bone/eiss.htm, European Intergroup Ewing Sarcoma Study. eortc.be, European Organization for Research and Treatment of Cancer, EORTC. moffat.usf.edu/research/protocol/index.asp, H. Lee Moffitt Cancer Center, Active Clinical Trials. oo.sakai.org/protocol.html321, Index of SWOG-sponsored clinical trials. Southwest Oncology Group, USA. NANT.org, New Approaches to Neuroblastoma Therapy, NANT. PRNinc.com, Physician Reliance Network, Inc., Dallas, Texas. SWOG.org, Southwest Oncology Group, USA, SWOG. Medarzi Uni SBDA/med_FAK/Kinderklinik/Wilms HTM Therapie Optimier Studie zur Behandlung von Kindern, Nephroblastom, SIOP 93-01, Hamburg/Saar, Germany. Chapter 3. A Clinical Trial Website Guide. Clinical Trials Website/Experimental Medical Treatments Websites 1. med.umich.edu/irbmed/federal documents/hhs/hhs45-cfr46.html, Code of Federal Regulations, Title 45, Part 46, Protection of Human Subjects. hhs.gov/orp, Office for Human Research Protections. Office for Protection from Research Risks. Division of Human Subject Protections. National Institute of Health. 6100 Executive Boulevard. MSC 7507. Rockville, Maryland 20892-7507. 301-496-7041. Fax 301-402-0527. nih.gov/grants/oprr/oprr.htm. Enforces federal regulations regarding clinical trials. nih.gov/health/trials. centerwatch.com/clinical-trials/listings. clinicaltrials.gov, cancer.gov/clinicaltrials/search clinicalstudies.info.nih.go, mesotheliomaweb.org clinicalland.com/news, ctj.sagepub.com, Journal of the Society for Clinical Trials, ciscrp.org, Center for Information and Study on Clinical Research, nichd.nih.gov/health/clinical research, and clinical trials, ncrr.nih.gov/clinical_research_resources, clinical research resources, National Center for Research Resources, hopkinsbayview.org/studies, research, and clinical trials, Johns Hopkins Bayview Medical Center, clinicalcenter.nih.gov, clinicalconnection.com, childrensnational.org/research/clinical trials, nationalmssociety.org/research/clinical-trials/index.aspx, clinicaltrials.mayo.edu, cancerguide.org en.wikipedia.org/wiki/category:experimental_medical_treatments, insure.com/article/health insurance/experimental-medical-treatments.html, medical treatments insurers won't touch, brainlife.org, brain tumor medical database, current neuro-oncology, collection of medical literature references about brain tumors including experimental treatments and alternative therapies, clinicaltrials.gov, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/experimental_cancer_treatment, livestrong.com/experimental-medical-treatments, ehow.com, health insurance for experimental treatments, medicalmalpractice.com/resources/medical-malpractice/lawsuit/experimental-treatment.htm, can a medical malpractice suit be filed for experimental treatments? en.wikipedia.org/wiki/clinical_trials, medicalnewstoday.com, centerwatch.com/clinical-trials/volunteering.aspx, volunteering for clinical trials, tsalliance.org/pages.aspx $content=332, clinical trials, trialx.com, clinicalconnection.com, clinicaltrialsfeeds.org, veritasmedicine.com, Veritas Medicine site offers comprehensive information on clinical trials and treatment options for many medical conditions, clinicalconnection.com, NewJerseyCTC.org, New Jersey Cancer Trial Connect, medtrial.com, current trials of experimental drugs/procedures, actis.org, 800-874-2572, ifpma.org/clinicaltrials.html, clinical trials of new drugs, trialscentral.org, clinicaltrials.com, advancedtrials.com, Anaheim, CA, berkeley.edu/borp, Berkeley Olfactory Research Project, bethesdatrials.cancer.gov, biolinks.com, biotrax.com, biotrax.com/clinical_medical_trials_list.php, borland-groover.com/article/clinicaltrial.htm, cedraresearch.com, Austin, TX, centeractionnow.org, centerwatch.com, centerwatch.com/patient/patemail.html, be told by email of upcoming trials, clinicalconnection.com, clinicaltrials.com, 800-92 trial, clinicaltrials.gov, clinicaltrials.gov/ct/goi/c/b, clinicaltrials.gov/ct/goi/info/resources, clinicaltrials.org.uk, clinical-trials.vanderbilt.edu, clinicaltrialsadvisor.com, controlled-trials.com, controlled-trials.com/mrct, ctbintl.com, Clinical Trials Monitor. cto.mrc.ac.uk/UKCCCR, British Clinical Trials. drugs.com/clinical_trials ctr.glaxowelcome.co.uk/medicine-list.asp, Clinical Trial Register. drugtrial.co.uk. drugtrial.co.uk, Britain. ecog.dfci.harvard.edu, Cancer. fda.gov/cder, Center for Drug Evaluation and Research. fda.gov/cder/cancer/access.htm. federallabs.org, Government Labs. frontier.com/clinical research/clinical trials basics/clinical trials basics.htm. gamma132.s-online.com/sol/cl solutions. gcrc.osu.edu, General Clinic Research Center, Columbus, O. gpgp.net, Guinea pigs get paid. hopkinsclinicaltrials.com, Baltimore, MD. inzitenet.com. iosg.org, 713-432-7229, International Oncology Study Group, Texas. idpstudy.com. kingshillresearch.org, Britain. cumc.edu, University of Kansas Medical Center Research Institute. medmatrix.org/s pages/clinical_trials.htm. medaville.com/cta.html. nimh.nih.gov/studies/index.cfm. norm41.hsc.us.edu/nora/departments/trials.html. nsabp.pit.edu, Breast Cancer Trials. nwkinetics.com, Northwest Kinetics, Tacoma, WA. ahsu.edu/cliniweb. oo.sakai.org, Southwest Oncology, Cancer. patientinfo.nimh.nih.gov. patientrecruitment.nhl.nih.gov my.webmd.com/medical_information/clinical_trials. pharma-connections.com, 800-346-0085. pharminfo.com/conference/cltrl.html, How to Run Clinical Trials. phillytrials.com, 800-661-9540. phrma.org. phrma.org/searchcures/newmeds/webdb, New Medicines in Development. radiantresearch.com. recap.com/mainweb.nsf/html/clinical+sign frame ? Open document. sas.utmb.edu/pl/intro_to_research/clintarls.htm. smblawyers.com, Legal advice for clinical trials. stronghealth.com/clinical_trials, Strong Memorial Hospital. thomson.com/ojcct. trialsforus.co.uk. trialscentral.org. trialsfordiabetes.com. utah.edu/clinical trials. virtualtrials.com. virtualtrials.com. womenshealth.org, 877-332-2626. AIDS Clinical Trials. 800 Trial SA. National Institute of Health. 9000, Rockville Pike. Building 1, number 124. Bethesda, Maryland, 20205. 800-411-1222. 301-496-4000. CancerNet. cc.nih.gov. clinicaltrials.gov. clinicalstudies.info.nih.gov. Ask about the free NIH publications list #94-7. If you have some disease or disorder, you may qualify to be treated there for free as part of ongoing medical research. Clinical trials website / experimental medical treatments websites 2. National Institute of Health clinical trials listings. Cancer.gov /search /clinical_trials. Clinicaltrials.gov. 888-346-3656. phrma.org/new medicines, pharmaceutical research and manufacturers of America clinical trials listing. 202-835-3400. Centerwatch.com, Centerwatch clinical trials listing service. 617-856-5900. Fax, 617-856-5901. ClinicalTrialsSearch.org, Clinical Trials Search. 757-553-0670. ClinicalTrials.com, ClinicalTrials.com. 800-664-5099. ClinicalTrials.coh.org/default.aspx, City of Hope National Medical Center Clinical Trials. 800-535-7119. Children'sHospitalAla.org, Children's Hospital Los Angeles, Open Clinical Trials. 323-660-2450. cancerweb.ncl.ac.uk/cancerweb/trials.html, United Kingdom Cancer Web Clinical Trials. telescan.nki.nl/mrc_cto.html, Telescan Registry of Cancer Trials in Europe. 011-44-1223-31110. Fax, 011-44-1223-311-844. dana-farber.org/res/clinical/default.html, Dana-Farber and Massachusetts General Hospital Clinical Trials Search Engine, Harvard University. 866-408-3324. Moffitt.org, H. Lee Moffitt Cancer and Research Center. 888-860-2778. rtog.org/protocols.html, Radiation Therapy Oncology Group. RTOG. 800-227-5463, extension 4189. 215-574-3189. Fax, 215-928-0153. cancer.ucsd.edu/patient-care/clinical-trials/study_list.asp, University of California, San Diego. 858-657-7020. Fax, 858-657-7025. ctrc.net/research/clinicalstudies.cfm, Cancer Therapy and Research Enter, CTRC, of the University of Texas Health Science Center, San Antonio, Texas. 210-450-5978. Fax, 210-616-5844. Antrem.com, Panzem Clinical Trials from Antremed. 240-864-2600. Fax, 240-864-2601. DoorBioPHRMA.com, DoorBioPharma's Ewing's Orphan Drug Phase 2 Trial for Ewing's. 786-425-3848. Fax, 786-425-3853. mdanderson.org/patients_public/clinical_trials, MD. Anderson Cancer Center Clinical Trials. swog.org/visitors/clinicaltrials.asp, Southwest Oncology Group. Clinical Trials Listing Page. 210-450-8808. Fax, 210-677-0006. clinicaltrials.ucsf.edu 8000/trials, University of California, San Francisco Clinical Trials Listing Page. 877-827-8222. kimmelcancercenter.org/kcc/kcc news/clinical care/patient resources/clinical trials.htm, Jefferson Kimmel Cancer Center Clinical Trials Listing Page. 888-955-1212. ctg.queensu.ca/public/clinical_trials/clinical_trials_ph3_ind.htm, National Institute of Canada Clinical Trials. 613-533-6430. kccup.org/netpiroto.htm, Kansas City Clinical Oncology Clinical Trials Listing Page. 816-276-7834. Fax, 816-926-2292. wiley.co.uk/genetherapy/clinical/bars.html, Gene Therapy Clinical Trial. 212-850-6645. Fax, 212-850-6021. uscnorris.com/clinical_trials, USC Norris Comprehensive Cancer Center. 800 USC Care. gscancer.org, Garden State Cancer Center. 973-844-7007. Fax, 973-844-7020, unique clinical trials using targeted radiation delivered by anti-tumor monoclonal antibodies. National Library of Medicine. 8600 Rockville Pike, Bethesda, Maryland 20894. 888-346-3656. 800-272-4787. 800-638-8480. 800-338-7657, Medlar's Database. 301-496-6095. Public info at nlm.nih.gov. igm.nim.nih.gov. healthfinder.gov. medlineplus.gov. nlm.nih.gov/database/freemedl.html. ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, Biotechnology. World's largest medical library, many online services. Centerwatch.com. 800-692-2622. Clinical Trials Information Project. POG 1551. Danville, California 94526. 510-736-8155. Fax, 510-736-2836. info@ctip.org. ctip.org. Starting point for info. Division of Research Grants. 5333 West Bard Avenue. Number 148. Bethesda, Maryland 20895. 301-496-7543. Find out about local doctors in your area who are doing medical studies where you could be a patient for experimental treatments. Riverview Clinical Studies. Eatontown, New Jersey. 800-533-4852. Clinical trial websites at triagecancer.org/clinical-trials. triagecancer.org/quick-guide-clinical trials, Triage Cancer's quick guide to clinical trials. Learn about clinicaltrials.org. youtube.com/embed, how will I know if a trial is right for me? youtube.com/embed, deciding if a clinical trial is appropriate. Learn about clinicaltrials.org/pdfs/questions-to-ask-your-doctor.pdf, checklist of questions to ask your doctor. American Cancer Society, ACS, Clinical Trials Matching Service. 877-970-7848. cancer.org/treatment/treatments and side effects/clinical trials/app/clinical-trials-matching-service, ACS Clinical Trials Matching Service. cancer.gov/clinical-trials/search. clinicaltrials.gov. Science37.com, simplifying a clinical trial. A list of clinical trial websites at blog.feedspot.com/clinical_trials_blogs. acrpnet.org/news/blog. ask-cato.com/category/clinical-trials-2. oroushealthcare.wordpress.com/category/clinical-trial. bioengineer.org/tag/clinical-trials. clarinus.com/category/blog. clinowl.com. cloudbyz.com/blog/category/clinical-research. deltaclinical.be/privacy-policy/blog-clinical-trials. findmecure.com/blog/category/clinical-trials. forteresearch.com/news. letlifehappen.com/category/clinical-trials. pharma-iq.com/clinical. preelixresearch.com/blog. sciencebasedmedicine.org/category/clinical-trials. sciencemag.com/tag/clinical-trials. social.eyfrpharma.com/clinical. Synteract.com/news-events/blog. theclinicaltrialsguru.com/blog1. triagecancer.org/category/clinical-trials. Chapter 4. A Cancer Clinical Trial Website Guide. A free clinical trial booklet at cancer.gov/publication/patient-education/cancer-treatment-research-studies. Free booklet, taking part in cancer treatment research studies. Try cancer.gov/clinical trials. You could qualify for an experimental treatment. Cancer Clinical Trials Websites. 1. NCI has a database on cancer clinical trials. 1-800-4-CANCER, 1-800-422-6237. cancer.gov/clinical-trials/search. cancer.gov/clinical-trials/learning-about/paying-for/laws. Cancer Trials, Cancer Clinical Trials at NIH. cancer.org/treatment/trials/clinical-trials/app/clinical-trials-matching-service. cancer.org/treatment/treatment-science-clinical-trials/index. wversic/clinical-trials/learning, learning about clinical trials, the National Cancer Institute's, NCI, Introduction to Clinical Trials. ISIC/clinical trials, NCI Clinical Trials Search Trials, overlap trial listings at clinicaltrials.gov. clinicaltrials.gov. cancer411.org. 877-CANCR411, 877-226-2741, cancer411.org. Clinical Trials. Coalition of Cancer Cooperative Groups. 877-520-4457. cancertrialshelp.org. Clinical Trials. National Cancer Institute. clinicaltrials.gov. Clinical Trials. Center Watch. centerwatch.com. cancernet/trialesreach.html, Cancer Clinical Trials Database. centerwatch.com. virtualtrials.com, clinical trials and noteworthy treatments for brain tumors. controlled-trials.com, meta-register of controlled trials, International Directory of Clinical Trials. ctu.mrc.ac.uk/ukccccr/home.html, UCC Register of Cancer Trials, MRC Clinical Trials Unit, UK. centerwatch.com/clinical-trials/listings. clinicaltrials.gov. cancer.gov/clinicaltrials/search clinicalstudies.info.nih.go. mesotheliomaweb.org. robertsreview.com, newest cancer treatments, find out how to participate in the trial. clinicaltrials.gov. mdanderson.org/patients_public/clinical_trials. cancertrialshelp.org. nccn.org. cancer.org. cancer.gov. hopelink.com, Cancer Clinical Trials. cancer.gov/clinical trials. cancerhelp.org.uk/trials/trial.asp, clinical trials. calgb.uchicago.edu, cancer. cancer.gov/clinical_trials/finding, 800-4 cancer. cancer.med.upenn.edu/clinical_trials. cancercare.org. cancerguide.org/sdone_story.html, one man's story about clinical trials. cancernet/clinical_trials. Cancer trials. Cancer trials/NCI_cancer_trials/zone/booklet. Cancer trials/understanding/in-depth/insurance/index.html. cancertrialshelp.org, 877-520-4457. cdc.gov/cancer/nccccp/institute/phase1.htm, cancer. cc.nih.gov, 800-411-9424, National Institute of Health Clinical Center. National Cancer Institute. 800-422-6237. Office of Cancer Communications. 31, Center Drive. MSC 2580, Bethesda, Maryland 20892-2580. 800-4 Cancer. Cancer.gov. Booklet. What are clinical trials all about? The National Cancer Institute. 800-4 Cancer. Cancer trials. Cancer clinical trials websites too. cancer.gov/clinical trials. clinicaltrials.gov. cancer.org, American Cancer Society/Emerging Med Clinical Trials Matching Service. clinicaltrials.cancer.org. centerwatch.com/main.htm, CenterWatch, list of clinical trials for consumers. oncolink.upenn.edu/pdq_HTML/3039001-1.html, what are clinical trials all about? National Cancer Institute. medlib.iupui.edu/hw/onco/cltrial.html. uc.edu/us/marrow/www/patients/pt-trials.htm, patient clinical trials information, University of Colorado. ecog.dfci.harvard.edu, Eastern Cooperative Oncology Group. ECOG, Cooperative Studies. jcrt.harvard.edu, Harvard Collaborative Oncology Group. HCOG. oo.sakai.org, Southwest Oncology Group, a national clinical research group. nccf.org/nccf/ccg_who.htm, the Children's Cancer Group, a national cooperative research organization. pog.ufl.edu, Pediatric Oncology Group, POG. cancernet/trials/h_clinic.htm, Health Professional Clinical Trials, CancerNet NIH Clinical Trial Information. For health professionals. mech.wisc.edu/cancer/2.3.2.html, Clinical Trials at UC. University of Wisconsin Comprehensive Cancer Center. ucihs.uci.edu/cancer/trials.htm, UCI Clinical Cancer Center. Clinical Trials, University of California, Irvine College. Cancer Trials, Clinical Trials Updates, National Cancer Institute. graylab.ac.uk/cancerweb/trials.html, Clinical Trials, Cancer Web. aacr.org, American Association for Cancer Research, AACR. cpmcnet.columbia.edu/department/rosenthal/cancer/info/ctrials.html cancerguide.org/internet_trials.html acurine.com/diseases/disease_ct.jsp?ta=on cpmcnet.columbia.edu/department/rosenthal/cancer/info/ctrials.html foreigntrials.com/trials_list.html cancertrials/type/luke/ste571/ cancer trials 800-4 cancer 1-800-422-6237 or TTY 1-800-332-8615 Canadian Cancer Society's Cancer Information Service 888-939-3333 Insurance companies cover the cost of clinical trials. olpa.od.nih.gov/legislation Cancer Clinical Trials Websites 3. CancerNet/trialesreach.shtml, Cancer Clinical Trials Database. CenterWatch.com, CenterWatch, Clinical Trials Listing Service, USA. VirtualTrials.com, Clinical Trials and Noteworthy Treatments for Brain Tumors, the Musella Foundation database of over 200 trials and treatments for brain tumors. Controlled-trials.com, Meta-Register of Controlled Trials, Current Controlled Trials. ctu.mrc.ac.uk/ukcccr/home.html, UCA Register of Cancer Trials, MRC Clinical Trials Unit, UK. imsdd.meb.uni-bond.de/cancernet/203900.html, Patients' Information on Clinical Trials. Cancer Trials, National Cancer Institute, USA. com.uci.edu/cancer/cc-trials.htm, Clinical Trials, University of California. graylab.ac.uk/cancerweb/trials.html, Clinical Trials, CancerWeb UK. royalmarsden.org.uk/patientinfo/booklet/clinical trials/index.asp, Clinical Trials, Royal Marsden Hospital, UK, an online patient booklet. ncrn.org.uk, National Cancer Research Network. uc.edu/us/marrow/www/patients/pt-trials.htm, Patient Clinical Trials Information, University of Colorado. cancerbacup.org.uk/info/trials.htm, Understanding Clinical Trials, BACUP, UK, an online booklet. nccf.org/nccf/cancer/cln_trl.htm, What is a Clinical Trial, National Childhood Cancer Foundation, USA. imsdd.meb.uni-bond.de/cancernet/9023.html, Levels of Evidence, Explanation in Therapeutic Studies. imsdd.meb.uni-bond.de/cancernet/303901.html, Physicians' Information for Clinical Trials, NCI, USA. clincancers.aacrjournals.org, Clinical Cancer Research Monthly Journal of the American Association for Cancer Research. pharminfo.com/conference/clintrial/ct_rsc.html, Clinical Trials Resource Center, PharmInfoNet. dml.georgetown.edu/department/pharmacology/cdds/simulati.html, Clinical Trials Simulation Software, Georgetown University Medical Center, USA. clinmark.com/36, Clinmark, Online Clinical Research Community. proclips.com/337, PROC-LIPS, Software System for Cancer Data Management, USA. imsdd.meb.uni-bond.de/cancernet/600739.html, Studies of hydrazine sulfate, National Cancer Institute, USA. ludwig.edu.au/cdct, Centre for Developmental Cancer Therapeutics, Melbourne, Australia. ucd.edu.au/su/ctc, Clinical Trials Centre, National Health and Medical Research Council, Sydney, Australia. med.jhu.edu/wctb/coms, Collaborative Ocular Melanoma Study, COMS, USA, a multi-center randomized trial by the National Eye Institute, National Cancer Institutes and National Institutes of Health. EORTC.be, European Organization for Research and Treatment of Cancer, EORTC. Moffitt.usf.edu/research/protocol/index.asp, H. Lee Moffitt Cancer Center, Active Clinical Trials. oo.sakai.org/protocol.html, Index of SWOG Sponsored Clinical Trials, Southwest Oncology Group, USA. NANT.org, New Approaches to Neuroblastoma Therapy, NANT, USA. PRNinc.com, Physician Reliance Network, Inc., Dallas, Texas. SWOG.org, Southwest Oncology Group, USA, SWOG. med-rz.uni-sb.de/med_fake/kinderklinik/wilms1.htm, Therapie Optimierung zur Behandlung von Kindern, Nephroblastom, SIOP 93-01, Hamburg/Saar, Germany. aretha.jax.org/med/tumorimm, Active NCI-funded cancer vaccine trials, tumor immunology. ctep.info.nih.gov, Cancer Therapy Evaluation Program, CTEP, Division of Cancer Treatment, Diagnosis and Centers, NCI. inet.uni-c.dk/ctucph/32, Copenhagen Trial Unit, Denmark. tmc.tulane.edu/cancer/protocol/protocol.tbl.html, Tulane Clinical Research Protocols, Tulane Cancer Center, USA, includes many national protocols.